Hello everyone. Magandang gabi po sa inyo
Hello, good
lahat.
evening.
Good evening everyone. Ayan na, sige mag-intro na tayo kaagad partner. No? Ready ka na ba sa
Sure.
isang oras ng balita at balitaktakan? Samahan niyo kami sa mundo ng entertainment, music at social media.
At sa tulong ng teknolohiya, we will keep you informed sa mga latest showbiz happening.
Kaya halina at sumali sa aming kwentuhan, ikwento na yan.
Isplok mo na yan at ikay chika na yan dito lamang sa Starbuzz
Starbuzz
Live.
Live. The views and opinions of the guests do not reflect the views and opinions of the hosts. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the hosts do not reflect the views and opinions of the show, the management of this page, and the affiliations of the hosts.
Too different, too wild, too loud, done with too much style, too far, too futuristic, and far too young to mess with, too smooth, too elevated, too smart, too concentrated, too ill, too ever stand still, too hard-headed to vent to things. Feel something real, feel something real, feel something real, feel something real, yeah!
All right,
Yun.
partner. Ayun, kumusta ka dyan? Kumusta na ang
I'm
Vietnam
good, we're
ngayon?
good. We're still on a lockdown.
You're still on lockdown right now, even us dito sa
Yes.
Singapore. Hindi kami naka-lockdown dito, pero we are currently still on controlled measures. So, yun, kahit papano ay, yun. Hindi natin makakasama pala ngayong gabi si Kay, because Kay is completing something else. So, hopefully,
Hello, Kay.
kung makahabol si Kay, sana ay makahabol siya, no, para at least
Sure.
makakwentuhan natin siya. Alright, for more updates,
True.
partner, go ahead.
Yes, for more updates, please like and subscribe sa ating Facebook page at YouTube channel na Rated J Official. At pwede na rin kayong mag-tweet gamit ang ating bagong Twitter na Rated J Official. At para naman sa inyong mga katanungan, maaari kayong mag-email sa ratedjofficial@gmail.com. And of course, pwede na rin kayong mag-like and follow sa ating new Instagram account. Lahat yan ay Rated J Official.
Nako partner, atong ngayong gabi nga napaka-espesyal ng ating bisita o mga bisita dahil
Mga
sila
bisita.
ay parang ilang linggo na tayo na nasa beauty pageant, ano? May male beauty pageant
True.
tayo, may female beauty
Dahil
pageant.
umuulan ng kagandahan sa ating show.
At kagwapuhan sa ating show. But
True.
tonight, we will have a special guest or special guests because we will be having yung mga Singaporeans naman. O, di ba?
Wow,
Makakasama natin
exciting
yung mga
yan.
Miss Universe Singapore 2021 candidates. And of course, makakasama rin natin ang national director nila na si Miss Valerie Lim.
Wow.
Susunod na yan. Pero bago yan, yung ating muna mga Starbuzz stories for tonight dito sa ating Starbuzz or SBL News. Partner?
Right. Yes, yun na nga. At para sa ating SBL News number 1.
Yes.
Ito na nga, nagsalita na nga ang aktor na si Paulo Contes tungkol sa paghihiwalay nila ng dating partner na si LJ Reyes. At ayon kay Paulo, naging marupok daw siya noon habang magkasama pa sila ni LJ. Matatandaan na noong nakaraang linggo ay kinumpirma ni LJ ang kanilang hiwalayan sa kanyang interview kay Boy Abunda. Nagpaliwanag naman si Paulo sa kanyang Instagram post at nilinaw ang mga haka-haka tungkol sa kanilang hiwalayan. Ayon kay Paulo, pinili niyang huwag magsalita noong una pero kailangan na raw niyang linawin ang mga isyo dahil meron ng mga nadadamay. Ayon pa kay Paulo, wala daw kinalaman ang co-star na si Yen Santos sa naturang hiwalayan gaya ng pinaparatang ng iilan. Nilinaw naman ni Paulo ang mga kumakalat na litrato at video. Ayon sa aktor, sinamahan lamang daw siya ni Yen nang umalis si LJ papuntang Amerika. Samantala, spotted naman si LJ Reyes na dumalo sa New York Fashion Week noong nakaraang Biyernes. Kung papansinin, halatang nag-e-enjoy si LJ sa prestihiyosong International Semi-Annual Fashion Show at nagpaka-fangirl pa matapos makitang rumampa ang international model na si Gigi Hadid.
Wow. Speaking of international model partner, eto na nga, napiling maging hurado sa gaganaping Miss Universe Singapore 2021 sina Shamsi Supsupli at Leila Lopez ng Angola. Nanalo Miss Universe 2011 si Leila, samantalang third runner-up naman ang ating Shamsi sa parehong taon. Kasama rin sa nasabing batch ng Miss Universe noong 2011 ang kasalukuyang Miss Universe Singapore National Director na si Valerie Lim. Si Shamsi naman ang National Director sa Pilipinas. Gaganapin gaganapin ang finals ng nasabing patimpalak ngayong Biyernes, September 17, 2021 ng alas 9 ng gabi at mapapanood ng libre. Ayan na, libre, free
Wow.
sa www.thefrontrow.style. So ipopost natin yan, partner. We're gonna post kung saan nila mapapanood ng live and libre and free itong Miss Universe Singapore 2021. Ito nga ang kauna-unahang
Right.
digital Miss Universe Singapore na tatampukan ng 8 kandidata at matatapos sa isang live interview segment na kasama nga yung ating top 3 winners. Kaya lilipad naman ang mananalo sa 70th Miss Universe na gaganapin sa Eilat, Israel ngayong December 2021. Wow, yun nga, partner. So ito na nga, excited ng lahat pati sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? They're going to hold Miss Universe Philippines very soon. Pero bago 'yan, syempre mauuna muna dito sa Singapore.
Singapore.
And dyan pa sa Vietnam, partner, ano ba ang kamusta ba kayo dyan? Meron bang
Wala akong
mga
naririnig ng
palak?
mga chika about that. Pero aalam natin sa ating mga kaibigan.
Yes, alamin natin sa inyong mga kaibigan kung meron silang patimpalak ngayon na Miss Universe Cambodia, Vietnam for
Vietnam.
2021. Pero bago yan, ito nga, sabi ko nga may makakasama tayong special guest tonight. Pero bago yan, panoorin muna natin itong Miss Universe Singapore. It's the pageant season all over the world, the universe rather. A season when Filipinos all over the universe unite and cheer for our own candidates and for the representative of the Philippines in the universal arena. Singapore has started to also be known in this field of beauty and brains. Last May, Bernadette Ong, who's a migrant from the Philippines and now a Singaporean, created a big buzz with her national costume's big statement. On Friday, another lady's dream of representing Singapore in one of the biggest beauty pageant will come to reality as Miss Universe Singapore 2021 will be staged virtually. But before that, let's get to know more about the candidates and the panel of judges, including our very own Shamsi Supsup. Miss Universe Singapore 2021 before the Grand Coronation. Live on Starbuzz Live. And of course, tonight we are privileged to be joined by the one and the only National Director for Miss Universe Singapore organization, Miss Valerie Lim, a former titleist herself, Miss Universe Singapore 2011. Good evening to you, Valerie.
Hello,
Hi,
Miss
June.
Valerie.
Hi, Claude. Thank you so much for having me. Very excited to be here. And thank you for this opportunity.
Right, and we are equally excited because everyone else, every Filipino loves beauty pageant. Aside from boxing and
True.
basketball, beauty pageant is one of our top 3 hobbies in the Philippines and all over the world. That's why we have invited Miss Universe Singapore for tonight to join us in this celebration of beauty and brains and camaraderie among different countries all over the world through Miss Universe beauty pageant. And yeah, and you are celebrating your 10th year as a beauty titleist yourself.
Wow.
This is 10 years after, and you still look the same. I don't think you've
10
aged.
years in the running.
Yeah.
No,
And,
thank you. Thank you very much. You are right. So I think yesterday was exactly the 10th anniversary of when Layla was crowned and also when Shamsi was third runner-up. So I think, yeah, the exact day was yesterday.
Wow, that's so exciting. We hope that Shamsi could have joined us tonight, but unfortunately, she's not able to join us. But one of these days, we hope, Valerie, that we could have a chit-chat with you and Shamsi very soon. All right. Okay, let's start first, Val. Congratulations for staging a show in the midst of the pandemic. And we understand that we may not be able to have a huge gathering since last year. So how difficult it is for the organization to stage a pageant like this in the middle of a pandemic?
Wow, I think we've definitely had to jump through a lot of hoops. Initially, the plans that we had to have it as a hybrid event, of course, got disrupted when the government said that we can't have we couldn't have any social gatherings the next 2 weeks. So it was really about being innovative, and I think the pandemic has shown us that we can actually use technology to bring us all closer. Just like how we're having this chat right now, and you're saying that it's a celebration of building a community. And that is one of the main pillars of what Miss Universe Singapore 2021 is about. We want to use technology to be able to actually bring people closer, and that's why our event is
Mm-hmm.
going to be streamed free for everyone to watch. So building a community across borders.
But did you have some changes with regards to how you're gonna stage the pageant as compared to probably a month or two? I mean, I believe you were having some planning already, and then you had to change something else.
Indeed, I think this even started in 2020, right? After Mohana came back from Atlanta, we were very excited. We want to get started. And then, of course, that was the beginning of what we now know as the COVID-19 pandemic. So that really put I think a curveball into our plans. We thought that by the end of 2020, we were going to be able to have, I think, in Singapore, we thought we were going to have phase three where things opened up and we could actually have an event, but phase three didn't open until 2021.
Mm.
So we had plans, and I think just in terms of learning the government regulations, learning how to be adaptable and agile, that was the biggest challenge. I think learning to pivot quickly.
Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. Partner.
Yeah, so I just want to know also, like, what inspires you or your organization to continue this pageant despite of the challenges that you had, especially in the preparation?
That's a great question. I think we understood that this pandemic, of course, showed us what we have to be kind to Mother Nature. So, sustainability is one of our key components for this year. And we're very proud to be able to present the very first sustainable, conflict free diamond crown that is made. With real diamonds, and but
Wow.
they are lab grown. So I think the difference, and people don't quite understand what lab grown diamonds mean. So our presenting sponsor, the Better Diamond, says that a lab grown diamond is essentially like an IVF baby versus
Mm-hmm.
having a baby naturally. So natural diamonds obviously come from Mother Nature and from the earth, but a lab grown diamond is grown in the lab. So they're still real diamonds. If you test them, they test as real diamonds rather than
Mm-hmm.
diamond simulant, which would be something else, a different type of material. So what really propelled us was knowing that we could use this platform to raise awareness and change things around, really change what a pageant or what a competition would mean. So
Mm-hmm.
putting forward that we want to putting forward the ideals of sustainability, using technology, like I said, to leverage connectivity and building communities, and of course showing that we can actually be fashionable and sustainable at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're actually showing now this crown.
Oh.
This is the correct crown, right, Val?
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Yes,
So
yes.
it's a
So the
this is
standing.
five
what she was
stars, yes,
mentioning.
the five stars obviously represent the five stars on the Singapore flag. And you can see little waves at the bottom. So the waves, of course, represent Singapore as an island. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so this is actually inspired by the Peranakan Kurosang, which is the jewelry that a lot of our traditional nonyas wore. So if you are quite familiar with what Peranakan means, it's
Peranakan.
actually the Straits
Yes.
Chinese. Yeah, the Straits Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that means a lot of the before, a lot of the Chinese traders would come to the Straits of Malaya, and they would actually
Mm-hmm.
marry like the Malay women. So that's how the Peranakan culture was born, and that is a mix of kind of like Chinese and Malay at the same time.
Mm-hmm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. All right.
I
What
see.
do we expect this year's competition? We heard that it's gonna be digital, as you have mentioned. So how is it gonna be held? Like, what are the segments for the show? Yeah.
The segments are still the same. We have our introduction, we have our swimsuit, we have our evening, and of course we have the final Q&A. So all of it has been shot at iconic Singapore locations, things
Mm-hmm.
like Raffles Hotel. We have Genting Dream Cruise. We also have places like the Intan, which is again Peranakan Museum. I think if you've seen on our Instagram some of these fashion films,
Yep.
we want to showcase that Singapore has all these interesting and very cool characteristics, locations. So it's about finding the Singapore story and really elevating that this year through interesting, fashionable, and sustainable elements.
So it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
pre-taped for some segments, and then there will be like a live Q&A, I suppose. Is
Yeah,
that
so
how it works?
the Q&A has been done, and we will also have a live Q&A with the winner after the show.
All right.
Ah.
Okay. Claude?
Yeah, and we also heard that one of our very loved or very own beauty holder, Miss Shamsay Supsup, will be joining as well as Miss Leila Lopez as part of the panel of judges. So, do you have any idea who else are joining with them?
Yeah, so we have five esteemed judges, Shamsi being one of them, Leila also. We also have the National Director of Miss Universe Brazil organization. We have Miss Universe Japan 2020, Aisha Tochigi. And
Mhm.
we have one of our local fashion couture designers, Frederick Lee.
I see. Who is based in Singapore, right?
Yes.
He is. Yeah, we've seen some of his works in some of your photo shoots recently.
Yes,
So
amazing.
the third national director is also of the same batch as yours in 2011. Is
No,
that
he's
no?
actually it's a guy.
Oh, he's a guy.
So
Okay.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
he was the one that was responsible for the recent Julia Gama, who's the most recent Miss Universe Brazil.
I see.
So yes, he's the current national director.
Okay, I thought it is like okay, everyone else in your batch became a national director for Miss
Not
Universe.
quite. Actually, from my batch, I think yeah, Shamsi, myself. We have Miss Universe Japan, Hiroko Mima from 2008, who is
Mm-hmm.
the national director of Japan. And then I think Gabriela is Venezuela. Wait, sorry, or yes, is it Gabriela? Did I get it right? I
I'm
think
not
it's
pretty
yeah.
sure.
So
All right.
Venezuela also has a new director.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. Okay, before we let you go, we just want to tell everyone else that as I've mentioned a while ago, that Valerie herself is a beauty titleist. I hope I can have a separate interview with you and with you more about what happened and how is it your journey as Miss Universe. But please tell us, how was your own experience in joining Miss Universe Singapore, and how was it compared 10 years ago and as compared to now?
That's
Can you share us your
fantastic.
experience?
Yes, of course. I think it's been I mean now 10 years it's been full circle, right? I think I've just had so many great experiences during the time I joined Miss Universe Singapore to even when I went to Miss Universe in Brazil. So, wow, I think the pressure for the girls these days is a lot harder. There's so much thank you. There's so much pressure for them, not just offline but also online. So, I salute these girls, and all of them come, especially the girls, the eight girls that we've have currently. They all have unique perspectives, and they're all very, very intelligent. They have great stories to tell. So I really hope that you get a chance to meet all of them. Hopefully, watch the show and get to know them better.
Mm-hmm.
Right. As we are showing right now, this is how Valerie looks like 10 years ago. And I don't think
Wow.
there's a huge difference except for that,
Mm-hmm.
that wavy hair that she had many years or
Mm-hmm.
10 years ago.
Still looking
Yeah.
Style was
young.
very different back
Yes.
then too, I think.
Right. All right. Okay. Before we really let you go, this is going to be our very last segment.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, I have to stop this first. Okay. Valerie, Rated J or Starbuzz Live won't be Starbuzz Live without this segment called I have to show them tough cues. Okay, it's tough cues. So it's a tough question, and the ladies that are going to try this tough cues later on as well. So it's just between me and you. I will probably have to
Mm-hmm.
remove Claude first. Claude, just
Sure.
stay there. And it's gonna be a tough question, but it's gonna be just one question for you because you have to leave now. So okay, my tough question to you, Val, is this: Valerie Lim. You've won 2011 Miss Universe Singapore. You've joined the pageant, and a lot has changed in your life. If given the chance to join again this year as Miss Universe 2021, what would you do differently with yourself so that you would be able to win Miss Universe 2021?
I wouldn't change a thing. I think I was my most authentic self in 2011. So if I were to join Miss Universe 2021 again, I would do exactly everything the same, because the things that I stand for about providing opportunity to people is the same back then as it is now. In 2011, my goal was to showcase and provide opportunity, give the people that I worked with. I worked with people with special needs. I wanted to give them a voice. So even now to this day, if whether it's as the national director of Miss Universe Singapore, or if I were to join Miss Universe Singapore 2021 again, my goal is to give these ladies and empower them with the right skills so they can take up any opportunity that they want to achieve the goal that they want.
Very well said. That's Valerie Lim,
Wow.
our national director for Miss Universe Singapore. Thank you very much for joining us. But
Thank
maybe
you so much.
last words for our viewers. Do you want to invite them?
Sure. Thank you guys so much. We really, really appreciate your love and support. So please send your love and support to our top 8 finalists this Friday, 17th September, 9 p.m. on www.thefrontrow.style. We'll see you guys there.
Yeah, that was Valerie Lim, our Miss Universe Organization National Director
Right.
here in Singapore. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you
Val.
very much.
All right. All
Thank
right.
you
Good
guys. Take
evening.
care.
Take care. Take care as well. All right. So now we have our other guest, one of
Wow.
our pageant contestants this 2021. We have Miss Mardia Aziza. Mardia,
Martia.
is that how is it
Az-
pronounced?
Yeah, it's pronounced Mardia.
Mardia.
Martia.
That's Mardia Aziza, our Miss Universe Singapore
Mm-hmm.
2021 candidate. How are you today? How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
We
We're
are great. My
good.
name is June and I'm with Claude. Claude is in Vietnam
Hi.
right now. I'm in Singapore, so we are just somewhere around the area here in Singapore. Right. Thank
Maybe
you
your
very much for
neighbors.
thank you very much for joining us. I'm from the west, by the way. I'm not sure which area are you from. North, east, west, south.
Like in Singapore?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in the east.
Oh, you're from the east. I'm from
Yeah.
the west, so that's quite far
Mm-hmm.
from where I am right now. Right, but Singapore is a very small country, so it's just
Mm-hmm.
an hour or less than an hour travel from my place to the east side. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
Mardia, all right. We have been doing this many times in our previous episodes where we had candidates from different pageants in the Philippines as well as here in Singapore. So right now we're going to do a little bit of a twist in our introduction. So what you're going to do is please pull one thing in your location right now. I'm not sure, are you in your room right now? So can you just take one thing in your room and use that to describe your childhood? Okay,
My
just take anything that you can see right now and probably use that to introduce yourself and tell us how your childhood is. It could be a pen, it could be your slippers, it could be
Mm-hmm.
your shoes,
Jewelry.
whichever jewelry, your brush, or anything that would describe your um,
Childhood.
childhood.
well, I have this hair clip.
Hair clip. All right.
Here.
So growing up, my mom would always put hair clips in my hair, so that's what I remember mostly. And I also remember she would use this kind of hair clip to put her hair up, and then that's when I realized, like growing up, I realized that um, this one is much more nicer to use than like the conventional hairband.
Mm,
Yeah, and it's
mm.
much more comfortable as well. I guess.
But how, Mardia, how was your childhood like? Were you like, did you had your parent? Were your parents very strict on
Mm-hmm.
you, or were you a typical girl who is always like outside, or you were like a nerdy that you would always stay inside your room? How were you
My
as a
parents
child?
were very strict. So I come from a Muslim background, so obviously, naturally they are more strict.
Mm-hmm.
I was always in primary school. I remember always going out, playing in the playground, but then I have to be home by 7.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite mischievous, if I can recall. I would always like come to like, you know, if I want something, I would like lie just to get my way or something. Yeah, really a
But
good
we're not
kid.
telling everyone that this is correct, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
yeah. It was just I was pretty mischievous, but yeah.
Mm. Partner?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I also want to know, like, ever since you were a child, did you ever want to become a title holder, or did you ever imagine yourself one day becoming a beauty queen?
That is
Were
a
you
good.
one of those Disney princesses? Did you
That,
ever want to be one of those Disney princesses?
I was growing up when I was like since 5, ever since I could remember. When I envisioned myself as an adult, it would be like a doctor, and then slowly it became a vet, and it became
Mm-hmm.
like it changed. But I never would have thought I would be part of like Miss Universe. But I did saw a bit of like the old Miss Universe shows, right? And I remember
Mm-hmm.
thinking, wow, I wonder what it'd be like if I joined, like would I make a difference, would I bring something to the competition. And
Mm,
funnily enough, like here I am, part of the competition, bringing my
mm,
own uniqueness to the
Mm-hmm.
mm.
yeah to the
But prior to this, were you like a model now in Singapore, or were you doing modeling, or were you in any similar industry?
yeah. I was modeling for about a year before I joined Miss Universe.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Partner?
Yeah, but how did you actually prepare for this competition, given the situation right now? We have a lot of restrictions.
How did I prepare? Honestly, I just went with the flow. Like, yeah, I just went with the flow. I didn't try
Mm-hmm.
to put too much in it because I know if I put in too much, I will just overwhelm myself. So I just you know whatever I
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Which is a little bit different from the Philippines, right? Because in the Philippines, they really um, prepare. Like they have
Prepare.
a lot of sessions, they have a lot of trainings, even
Mm-hmm.
before joining the local pageant, even before local Miss Universe Philippines pageant. So I think that's a little bit different from how we are doing it here in Singapore as compared there in the
Mm-hmm.
Philippines, right? But okay, so Mardia. Since this is Miss Universe, and since this is rated J, we are
Mm-hmm.
going to do the same thing. We have some tough cues, or it's called tough questions.
Oh,
All right. So, are you ready for this tough cues or tough questions
right.
with me? So it's gonna be a one-on-one with me. I'll just
Mm-hmm.
probably just put Claude there. So
Yeah, I'll
Claude will
just
be
stay
our
here and
viewer.
listen.
Yeah. All right. So, are you ready? I have a few questions, then you will just have to answer. But don't get nervous. This is just part of the preparation for Miss Universe. Should you win Miss Universe Singapore, then at least you have prepared a little bit for your
Mm-hmm.
Q&A for Miss Universe. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's start. Question number one. Mardia, we read from our research that you have a diploma in green building and sustainability and currently working as a design consultant. Am I correct?
Yes.
Right. This year, one of the focus or one of the key focus of the government here in Singapore is on environment, and they even changed the name of the ministry to the Ministry of Sustainability and the Environment. I think you're aware of that, right? If tonight you receive a call from Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong and ask you to be the top consultant of the ministry to prioritize sustainability, what would be the first thing in your agenda to redesign the current platform of our government? I repeat, if tonight you receive a call from Prime Minister Lee and ask you to be the top consultant of the ministry to prioritize sustainability, what would be your first agenda to redesign our current platform?
That is that's a huge question. Um, what would I do? Oh, I can't. Thinking about it, I'm already stressed because a life as a consultant is not, easy. It's always stressful. What would be the first thing that I
Yeah,
do?
what would be your first suggestion to Mr. Lee to tell him to make sure that we have sustainability in Singapore?
it's a whole process. Let me just. I would definitely want to do something to reduce the plastic usage.
Hmm. So that would be your top priority to the reduction of the use of plastics in Singapore.
Yeah, it's the first thing that came up on my mind. Suddenly I'm blank. But
It's
uh,
okay. It's okay.
okay.
All right. Okay. Let's go to tough questions. That's just the start of a tough questions. That's why it's tough questions, right? Okay. Tough question number two. This was taken from a Miss Universe pageant sometime a few years ago. If a Miss Universe title holder or Miss Universe Singapore title holder becomes pregnant, should she continue her reign?
I mean, my only question is why would her becoming pregnant affect her reign? You know, like even a queen can have children.
Yeah, so even a queen could have children. So being
Mhm.
pregnant should not stop her from continuing her reign. That's your point.
I mean, I think to me, I don't think it's a problem. She can still continue unless she's heavily pregnant. She has to take a break.
All right. Okay. Okay, that's our tough question number two, and our last tough question. I hope you don't feel so much pressure. Okay, last question. Okay, why should you not be Miss Universe Singapore 2021? Why should you not be Miss Universe Singapore 2021? Because everyone asked the question, why should you be Miss Universe 2021? So
Mhm.
let me change the question to, why should you not be Miss Universe 2021?
Um, that's a very good question. Even the question, why should I be Miss Universe 2021, was tough to answer. The only thing I can say now is why I shouldn't, if I could say why I shouldn't be Miss Universe 2021, would be because maybe another person out there deserves it more than me.
Okay, because another person deserves the title more
Mhm.
than you
More
do.
than.
All
Mhm.
right. Anyways, as they always say in Miss Universe question and answer, there's always no right or wrong answers. It's always the way
True.
that you answer the question. So I hope
Mhm.
this experience would make you ready for this coming Friday. Yeah, but okay, this
Wow.
coming Friday, can you just tell us a little bit? Is there gonna be like a question and answer thing,
Yeah,
or not really? It has already been done, or how is it?
there will be questions and
There will
answers.
be questions, probably not as tough as mine, or even tougher than mine.
I don't know.
We don't know
We'll
yet. We
see.
don't know yet. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll see.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Right. Claude?
So, what are your plans after the pageant?
Depending if I win or lose, if I don't win, life goes on as per normal. I will
Mhm.
continue, progressing in my work. But if I win, then I mean, I guess I'll go on to internationals, and then I'll see where it takes me from there.
Mm. Oh,
Mhm. Right.
yeah, right. What are the titles that are gonna be given on Friday aside from Miss Universe Singapore? Will there be also other titles? Because
Uh,
I understand that there's like three winners, right? There's gonna be three
Mhm.
winners. Are they just runners up or?
I'm only aware that there's going to be one title and there's going to be one runner-up, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay. There will be runner up. Is it one runner up or two runners up?
Mm, I think there's one.
I'm not sure because
Mhm.
from the article it was written as there's an interview for three people. So I'm not sure. Maybe there will be one runner up and or maybe two runners up. I don't know. Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe the next guest could probably let us know if which one is or maybe if Valerie is still watching us, maybe you could message me, Val, if there will be like
Mhm.
one winners or
Mhm.
one runner up or two runners up. Right. Mardia,
Mhm.
how is your family um taking this experience? I mean, at first, when you told them that you're gonna join this pageant, were there any hesitations from them? Knowing that you're coming from a Muslim family, um,
Mhm.
how is it? Is it easier for? Is it more difficult for you to ask them about it? To ask permission from them?
I mean, to be frank, I didn't officially tell them yet.
Wow.
Oh.
But your picture is everywhere else already,
Yeah, but I'm
right?
not taking it from them either. So if they find out, they will find out, and I'll just, I don't know, I'll figure out something. But it's I'm not blatantly like, oh, I joined this universe, you know.
But
Mm.
I'm pretty sure that they will be
Mm.
proud of you. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
Yeah,
that they will be
yeah.
very proud of you.
For now,
Yeah,
like media knows, so those
right.
there knows, but like my parents don't really know. So
No, but once they see
Oh.
you in your social media, I mean, all the pictures from your photo shoots for this Miss
Mhm.
Universe, it's fantastic. I mean, you should really be very proud of it, and I'm very
yeah,
sure that they will
I
really be very proud of it, right?
share with them. I just like
Yeah, yeah. You just want to be chill. You just want to be low profile for now.
I like drop like when we're having dinner or something. Oh, by the way, like I just here's our picture, and then like a reaction.
What about your friends? How are they accepting it? Are they quite excited for you?
Yeah, my friends. I mean, at first I didn't tell them either. Like I was also trying to keep it low key, but then eventually they find out and they're really excited for me.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. And do you have any like pegs, or do you like watch some old beauty pageants so that you have an idea of how it's usually held, or how you are
Mhm.
going to do the ramp, or w- w- do you normally watch all these old videos of Miss Universe or
Mhm. The
any other
previous
pageants?
candidates.
I don't usually watch it, but ever since I joined, I did do my research. My I don't know if I should say this, but like my boss also joined this universe, so I asked her for some
Mm.
Mhm.
Well, which year did she join?
She joined in 1994.
Okay, that was a
It's
long time
so.
ago.
Oh yeah.
That
So
was a very
really,
long time ago. What did she tell you? What was her advice to you?
um, her advice, because I mostly went up to her. I mean, I was really scared to tell her at first because I like with the schedules clashing. I didn't want her to like feel
Mhm.
like prioritizing my work as much. But when she found out, she was like, "Oh, you just go for it, go for it. Like I support. You should go for it.
Mhm. She was
Because
very supported.
yeah," she said, "You will learn a lot about yourself."
Mm-mm.
And the advice that I reached out to her for was answering the questions part because I'm really nervous about answering questions. Even your tough questions, it was like, oof, it was
Well, we wish you luck, and we hope that everyone else could be part of the top three. But of course, there will always be
Mhm.
top three winners. But congratulations in advance, and all the best. All the best. All right. Thank you very much for joining us tonight,
like,
Mardia. Yeah, and we have our
Thank
next. Yeah,
you.
thank you very much. All right, and we have our next guest tonight.
Wow.
We have Rachel. Hi,
Hi,
Hello.
Rachel.
how are you guys?
We are fine. I'm
We're
June.
good.
I'm June from Singapore, and Claude is from Vietnam.
Vietnam.
So, yeah, so we are. I mean, I am just staying probably a few kilometers from you. I'm not sure. Are you from the east or from
Yeah,
the west? I've
just
asked this question,
like
but I'm from the west. You're from which area of Singapore?
um, I'm close to the west too, like
Close to the
around
west.
Clementi.
Oh, okay, around Clementi.
Mhm.
I'm from UT, so well, it's not really west. It's more of northwest kind of place.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right. We've actually did this same thing with Mardia just a while
Mhm.
ago. So, first of all, congratulations to making for making it this far. Okay.
Thank you.
We have been doing this intro or introduction with a twist for the past weeks when we guested some of the pageant contestants. We've actually guested
Mm-hmm.
from male pageants to female pageants to anybody else. But have you seen the first part with Mardia just now, or no? You haven't seen that.
Um.
Okay, so basically what we've done is I'm gonna ask you to get one thing in your area right now, anything in your area, and use
Mm-hmm.
that to introduce yourself. I mean,
Okay.
introduce
Okay.
your childhood. Introduce your childhood. All right.
Okay. Let me
Okay,
think.
so you randomly go and get something around your place right now, wherever
Okay. I
you are
only
right
have
now.
this bottle.
Okay,
There's not
introduce
much earrings,
yourself.
but it's sorry.
Introduce yourself and your childhood using that water bottle.
Okay. So I've always loved buying water bottles. As a kid, I always bought this one brand of bottle, and I was always prone to losing things, especially because I swam. So I would bring my favorite bottles out every day for swim training, and then I was prone to losing them. So I'd always keep on begging my mom to go buy some more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I for some reason I love those bottles to this day.
Yeah, there are things that we really like to buy, even if we know that we're not gonna use it. You know, it's something
Yeah.
that we just want to collect. But just to clarify, your family name is Alexander. So do you have like a foreign blood
Alexander.
or
Wow.
Um, Actually, my last name used to be Jumaidi, but it's
okay,
my dad's first name, and he didn't have a last name, so
okay.
our passports kind of didn't register that we were one family.
Hmm.
So
Mm.
he made up his own last name,
Mm.
Alexander. So we all adopted the same last name. So
He
it's
was
a
originally
completely
from
Mm.
made
where?
up last name.
Yeah, I know, but in your passport, it's actually written now as Alexander, or it's still the Jumi.
Right
Uh,
now, I think
Jumaide.
Jumaidi Alexander, two last names.
okay. Sorry, you guys were originally from where? I mean, your father was originally from.
My dad's from Indonesia.
Oh, from Indonesia. Right.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Claude. Oh, by the way, before the question of
Mm-hmm.
Claude, let me just ask you, how was your childhood like? Were you having like did you have parents who are very strict? Were you allowed to always go out, or you had some curfew at home? How is it like? Do you like to go to school? Do you like to study? How is it like?
Um,
How was your childhood like?
my childhood wasn't like the conventional childhood, I think. We used to travel around everywhere. So we started traveling when I was 8 months old when we moved to Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and since then, I'd been traveling all over the world, and we settled in Singapore when I was 8. Um, so yeah, there was that. So I didn't
Mm.
have very many memories about going to school and stuff like that. I just had a lot of memories of staying in hotel rooms with my mom, um, begging her to go to McDonald's because that was everywhere in the world. So yeah, that's my
But was
childhood.
it difficult because you guys have to travel from time to time before you're 8, before you turned 8? Was it physically draining? Was it like you didn't really have a lot of fixed friends, so called fixed childhood
Mm-hmm.
friends?
Yes, that's true. I didn't have a lot of fixed childhood friends. So my mom would always have to like entertain me. We would always do origami and yeah, we just like played in the hotel rooms,
Mm-mm.
and I did meet quite a few friends that I still remember to this day. I have a lot of pictures from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we only knew each other for like a few months, and we were kids back then, so I don't really remember their names or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, like traveling around the world as a kid really opened my eyes to a lot of new cultures, new sights. So that was a good experience.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Claude, Claude.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to know, how is the normal day for Rachel, like before the pandemic and right now that we are in the pandemic?
So before the pandemic, I used to do a lot of swim training. So when I was training for school, I used to train in the morning, so I'd wake up at like 5 a.m., go to training. Um, I'd attend school, and then afterwards, I would go to the gym for an hour, and then do some schoolwork, and then go swim again for 2 hours. And that was my whole day. So it was just a lot of swimming, studying, going to the gym,
Mm-hmm.
swimming, studying throughout the week, which I really love. I love keeping a routine. But now during the pandemic, I'm it's my summer holidays right now. I'm a student, so I've been waking up around like 10. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm currently coaching swimming as well to some younger kids.
Mhm.
So I keep a routine where I go coach them around 3 till around 5 p.m. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm doing right now.
Mm.
I see.
Partner?
Right. So the Miss Universe Singapore 2021 will be staged this Friday, right? So I just want to know also, like, how did you prepare for the competition, especially again that we are in the lockdown and we have a lot of restrictions around?
Just to clarify, we're not in lockdown in Singapore, okay?
Sorry,
We
sorry.
are
Only us here in Vietnam. Sorry.
all right. Although we are in a constrained environment right now, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
we are not in lockdown.
Sorry for that.
So I mostly joined this competition because of the speaking part. I wanted to show my personality more than anything. So I just did a lot of self introspection, and I journaled. I talked to a lot of people. I talked to myself, got to know myself a lot better, so I could be the best person I could be to represent Singapore in this competition.
All right. Speaking of questions and answers, as what we have done with Mardia a while ago, we are gonna
Mm-hmm.
have tough cues. Have you seen that segment just now, or no?
I
Have you
think I
seen
did,
that?
yes.
All right. So we're gonna have the same thing with you. Here are your tough cues for tonight. Okay, because this is not rated J, this is not Starbucks Live, if not with tough questions. So this is my tough question number one for you, Rachel. Rachel Alexander, very nice name. In our research, it is mentioned that you are in the swimming team for more than 10 years and actively competing for 7 years. You are currently the captain of the swimming team in your university. Sounds very impressive, huh? So, if tomorrow you are declared as Miss Universe 2021, not just Miss Universe Singapore, but this is Miss Universe 2021, and you are required to stop all your activities in your team forever because of the engagements in the industry of modeling and pageantry, even after your reign as Miss Universe. Would you give up your team? Why or why not? I repeat, if tomorrow you're declared as Miss Universe 2021 and you are required to stop all your activities in the team forever because of your engagements in the industry of modeling and pageantry, would you give up your team? Why or why not? Rachel?
Well, I would say I would not give up my activities in the team, partly because during COVID, I've been managing a lot of the team from Singapore, from the comfort of our own homes. I've been booking like pool venues, organizing events from here, even though I don't attend them. And we do a lot of online workouts as well. So I feel that I wouldn't give up my team for that. If not for swimming and my love for the sport, I probably wouldn't have the confidence to be here today.
Wow. Good answer. Good answer. All right, Rachel, here is your question number two, your hard question number two. Should transgenders be allowed to join Miss Universe Singapore and Miss Universe? Why or why not? My question is, should transgenders be allowed to join Miss Universe Singapore and Miss Universe? Why or why not?
I feel that trans women should be able to join Miss Universe Singapore and Miss Universe. There's nothing disqualifying them. They are also we're all women and we all have the right to compete. And we shouldn't be disadvantaged just because we have a label put on us that a lot of people may feel a lot of prejudice against. So all in all, I feel that trans women are women and they should be able to compete in Miss Universe.
Yes, congratulations for that answer. Thank you very much. All right, Rachel, are you still okay?
Yes.
So it's not probably a really hard question then. Okay, my very last question to you. Rachel, why should you not be Miss Universe 2021?
Why should I not be Miss Universe 2021? Well, I am pretty young. I'm only 20 years old, and I barely know what career path I'm gonna take. I have so many interests, and I've highlighted a few on this competition, like my music, biochemistry, my love for the environment, and swimming. So I still have no idea what I'm gonna be pursuing in like 5 years. My 5 year plan keeps changing like overnight. So I feel that a Miss Universe Singapore should be fully self aware. She should have like there are obstacles that make a woman who she is, and those obstacles are what make Miss Universe Singapore who she is. And I feel that I may not be fully qualified in that aspect yet.
All right. Okay, that ends your tough questions for tonight. How was the
I guess it
experience,
wasn't
Rachel?
really tough for her.
Yeah, I think it wasn't really that tough for you. How was the experience, Rachel?
That was pretty good. These are questions that I ask myself a lot at night as well. So
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
Right. I hope
Mm-hmm.
it helped you a little bit for your preparation on Friday. We've actually asked the previous Mardia a while ago if
Mm-hmm.
how many winners are gonna be are how many winners will there be on Friday, and I think Valerie has already clarified that there's gonna be top three winners. Are you aware of that?
I think so.
Yeah,
Usually
so there's gonna be
it's
top
I think top
three.
5 in
Yeah, maybe,
previous years.
but this year there's gonna be top three,
Okay.
so probably it's gonna be like Miss Universe Singapore and then the runners up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. All right. Claude, you have a question?
Yes, so what are your plans after the pageant?
After the pageant, well, I'm actually not a model, so I came into this competition not really having much experience with as much experience with modeling. So I feel that I want to continue this newfound passion. I found it really fun. I met
Oh.
Yeah.
new
So
people.
mm. So tell us, how was your experience in this whole journey of Miss Universe? Then you've mentioned that you were not a model, so it's gonna be your first time to really be doing this, I suppose. How was the experience? Was it something very new? Was it something that you really had to exert a bit of an effort for this, or you just it's just peanuts to you? It's very easy for you.
Um, well, at first it was I really didn't know what to expect, but Valerie was really helpful. Her and Daniel, they both walked me through it, um, and I did a lot of research as well, um, and I found it overall pretty fun. It wasn't that I, like completely panicked and like stumbled my way through. It was overall just a really fun experience, and it was mostly about like the people behind the scenes that I really enjoyed talking to.
Mm. But prior to this, did you actually have you actually asked or have you actually tell your parents? Did you tell your parents about this that you were
My
joining?
mom kind of wanted me to do this as well. She really, when she heard about the opportunity, she really wanted me to join. Um, but yeah, none of my family members knew um, until somehow they found out. They found the Miss Universe Singapore Instagram. So yeah.
Wait, how was can you tell us how was it? How did you tell her? How was the atmosphere? Was she like surprised? Was she like, wow, she was so excited? Or can you tell us or can you at least, get us a glimpse of how that exact moment when you actually tell her that you are joining Miss Universe Singapore?
She actually proposed the idea to me. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so she was like, "You should join," and then um, I did some. I watched some old shows, and I felt that I should join because of the question and answer part. Yeah,
Mm.
so it was mainly
Mhm.
her who kind of pushed me to join, and once I saw what it was all about, um, I really wanted to showcase myself on here.
And when she learned that you are officially a candidate for
Candidate.
Miss Universe Singapore 2021, what was her reaction?
She was really happy. She was very supportive. And she immediately asked me like, "What do you need? Like, we can go shopping right now if you need like if you need shoes." So yeah, it's very supportive.
Hmm. Wow.
And do you think this is something that you would want to continue doing? I mean, like modeling, pageantry. Is
I
it
think
something that
modeling
excites
is
you?
yes. I think
Hmm.
modeling is something that has always excited me. Back when I was little, I used to like. Well, I was really into fashion. I used to make my own like catalogs with like clothes and shoes I would design, and I pretend
Hmm.
to sell them to my family members.
Mm.
Um, but I kind of pushed that all aside because I became really interested in chemistry and biology and like STEM in general. Um, so this really brought back the memories of when I was really passionate about fashion and the arts.
Mm. Sorry,
Hmm.
are you in any of the STEM field? Are you in science or math or
Um, yes, I'm studying biochemistry right now
wow.
with a little bit of computer science.
Wow, that's surprising that they've actually being able to mix microbio and computer science.
Computer science.
Oh, sorry, is it microbio or biochem? Well,
A
you just mentioned.
biochemistry.
Oh, biochemistry. Wow. So, which one do you prefer, biochemistry or organic chemistry?
Organic chemistry is sort of like chemistry on its own. Biochemistry is
Mhm.
more like chemistry in a biological context.
Okay, so these are all
So I
the
definitely prefer biochemistry.
biochemistry,
Yeah.
right? And it's more visual. It's more unlike chemistry. It's a little bit you have to what do you call this you have to imagine
Hmm.
for chemistry. So I didn't like chemistry, but I actually took up chemical engineering and I
Oh,
graduated my
nice.
chemical engineering. So it's a little bit weird. I don't like chemistry, but I took up chemical engineering. Very weird, right? Okay, okay. Hmm. Any last words for our viewers before we end tonight's show?
Yeah.
You have any last message? Do you want to invite them in your social media or what?
Yeah, sure.
Or
My
even
social.
or even for the competition on Friday?
Oh, for the competition on Friday.
Both. You could
Thanks.
invite them for your social media, or you could also invite them, or you can invite them both for your social media and
Hmm.
also for the pageant this coming Friday for them to support
Sure,
you.
sure. Wait, make sure you come watch us live on the front row on Friday. And my social media, my Instagram is RachelJA_. Thank you for watching tonight. It was good to meet you guys.
All right.
Right.
Thank you very much, Rachel. And we really enjoyed the discussions with
Hmm.
you, with
With
Mardia,
the,
and of course
mhm.
Valerie. with Valerie. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope
Thank
to
you
see
so
you.
much.
I'll try to look for you in social media, and yeah, let's all keep in touch and stay safe in Singapore. All right.
Yes, stay safe, stay safe. Thank
Thank
you
you very
so
much.
much
Thank
for
you very
having
much.
me.
Right.
Thank you very much. All
It's
right.
our pleasure to have you here. And Kay is in the comment section. Hello, Kay.
Yeah,
She's
hi Kay.
watching.
You should join us, Kay. All right, partner. Sige, mag-extra ka na, partner. Ayun, hi na lang sa lahat po ng ating mga kababayan. Medyo nag-Englishan po kami ngayong gabi. Kasi ang
True.
ating mga bisita ay mga
English
taga
Picani.
English Specani Dite. So, kailangan natin na mag-English ng kaunti. Pero we enjoyed the discussion with them. At least involve tayo din sa mga ibang kaganapan dito sa Singapore. At sana one of these days ay
True.
ma-invite din natin yung ating mga bisita naman dyan sa Vietnam. Hahanapin ko,
Yeah.
magre-research ako kung paano ko
Sure.
makontak
We'll
mga
try.
Miss Universe. I-message ko rin si Val siguro baka may makakontak siya sa Miss Universe Vietnam. Alright? Okay, sino ba ang mag-extra muna? Ako ba o ikaw? Ayun, partner, ikaw pa lang.
Yes, at iyan ang kabuuan ng ating kwentuhan ngayong gabi. Samahan ninyo kami muli sa susunod na linggo para sa isang masayang balikan at balik-taktakan mula rito sa Vietnam. Ako po si Claude.
Bakit wala yung Ho Chi Minh?
Oo nga eh.
Mula sa Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam.
Mula sa Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Yun, wala naman dito sa Singapore. Ako po si June. Ito ang programa ginawa ng mga Overseas Filipino mula sa kapwa Overseas Filipino. Ito ang
Rated, Starbus, live, rated G. Natuloy. Sorry.
Ulitin natin.
Ulit.
Okay. At ito ang
Starbus, live.
Live. Thank you very much for watching us tonight. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you for watching our program. Please do like and share this video. Don't forget to watch our other videos and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Salamat, Karita J.